What's up, Brijitos? Reverend Dave. I'm back. I know it's been a minute, but I had a stressful but fun past month or whatever. But I'm back, and today I want to start a new series about candle magic. I've touched on it a little bit before in some of my past videos, but I really want to concentrate more and break it down a little more in this series. I'll probably break it down in two parts. We'll see how it goes. But I want to talk about what is candle magic? Why is it so important and powerful? Types of candles and the colors to use for specific intentions. How to dress a candle. How to cleanse, charge, and consecrate your candle and your space. So we'll talk about those things. So, as we know, candles have been around, obviously, for centuries before electricity, obviously, to illuminate the dark. And throughout the years, I was used in several religious practices, traditions, and one of the most well-known traditions, and yes, it's magic or witchcraft or whatever, birthday candles. Growing up, we're taught to make a wish, which is your intention, and blow out the candle. Because by blowing out the candle, your intention is floating up to the gods, floating up to the universe. It's magic, whether you like it or not. But so they've been around forever in so many uses. But why is it so important or powerful in magic? In the way that I look at it, is that, use this candle for my chime candle for an example. You can have the four elements in witchcraft represented in a candle by using a candle: fire, air, earth, water. And obviously, because you have the fire, the flame representing fire, which is the most powerful element. It's can kill, destroy, or when controlled, it's beneficial to us to cook, to heat, whatever. So the flame is represented for fire. The candle itself, okay, is like a tree trunk grounded to the earth. So the candle itself represents the earth. Air, just like us humans, we need air to breathe. Fire needs oxygen to live, or it gets snuffed out. So air is represented in the oxygen to feed the flame. As the candle melts and the wax drips, the droplets represent water. Like when we perspire and sweat really, really bad, like after a good workout or whatever, just dripping sweat, same thing. It's water dripping down. So you have the elements. So to me, that's pretty cool. It's pretty important. And that's why I think it's so powerful. And there's so many colors. Oh my God. So many candles come in so many colors. Different types of candles. And I'm going to touch on a few. I have a whole display right here. You can't see it, but I have a whole display right here. The different types of candles. I'm going to go from kind of small to big and more specific or whatever. And the first candle we have is the tea light. Everybody knows what these are, these little guys. And you buy these in bulk at the store. They're cheap. They come in different colors. And they burn fairly quick, maybe an hour or so. But that's basic. And I do use these occasionally. Next on the list is you have this little 2-inch votive candle, usually in a holder. They come scented if you want, different colors. Don't use these a whole lot other than more decoration. You have the 3-inch scented candle. If you want your spell work to smell pretty, I suppose, use these. This one smells delicious. I don't know what it is, but it smells delicious. But I don't use those a whole lot. But what I do use a whole lot, and I love, literally one of my favorite candles, and I just showed you, are chime candles. These have a fairly quick burn time, maybe an hour or two. I don't know, it depends, I guess. But they make virtually no mess. I mean, they burn so clean, and they're great for meditation, spell jars, things like that. Love these. And, put them in a little holder if you want, whatever. And then some candles come pre-made for a specific intention or whatever. This one, if you can see it, it's protection candle, and it has a little spell, little incantation already written for you. Pretty cool. So I keep this one on hand. I like it. Use that occasionally. Next, you have these long, thin taper candles. I don't use a lot of these, except for one black one that I have. If you saw my hexing videos, in like a return to sender spell or just a banish negativity type of spell, I have a sconce. It's a mirror, and it has a built-in candle holder in it. I have a black one in there, so whenever I feel somebody's giving me the evil eye or whatever, I just do that and, say my things, and that's it. But that's the only time I use that. And then, growing up with these, kind of all around the house, but these Mexican candles, novenas, vigil candles, 7-day candles, like this. If you're doing a spell that requires you to snuff it out and reuse it for 7 days, for a 7-day spell, whatever, you use those. Then you have another more specific intent type of candle. They come in figure candles. And they can come in like human form, like, people, animals, things, whatever. Like here's one. This one I think is, I can't see it. I think it's supposed to be Virgin Guadalupe or something. I don't know. But I use these for if I have a spell that requires some feminine energy or whatever, or a love spell or whatever, I'll use these. And then some like this black skull could be used for, I use it for either hexing or banishing. And then if you don't have any of these and you're crafty, I like to make my own candles. So, and this one I made, it's through a little jar thing I had. But what's cool about making your own candles, and you just go to like Michael's, the art supply store or whatever, and get wax bars. They're white. You can add dye to it if you want or whatever. But when you make your own candle, you're putting your energy into it, which is fantastic, right? But you can make them for specific things or whatever. You can add coins to it for a money candle, and dress it with money, drawing oil or whatever. Put rose petals and cinnamon sticks in it for a love candle. The possibilities are endless. It's up to you. It's your craft. You do what you want. But I love making my own candles. Now, so we talked about types of candles, why they're important, things like that. Let's talk about colors. And we all know candles come in a million different colors. You go to the store and they're whatever. But in magic, obviously, colors represent certain things, are known to represent specific purpose. And it's funny because I'm an artist. And as we know in witchcraft and magic, white is considered the neutral candle or substitute candle. It can be used to replace any candle. Why is that? Because white is the absence of color. Okay? As an artist, it drives me crazy because I use titanium in all my paintings. I consider it a color. But it's not recognized on the color wheel, the primary color wheel. You go yellow, green, blue, purple, red, orange, yellow. The primary color wheel. And it's not even on there. So, but that's why white is used to replace whatever. It's for the absence of color. So, for me personally, I try to stay specific to an intent, to a color, whatever. I use white usually because when I look at the color white, I don't know about you, but every time I see a certain color, a word will pop into my head, like blue, for instance, reminds me of the word tranquility. I don't know why. Doesn't remind me, it doesn't ocean or water, just tranquility. I don't know why, but it just does. And blue does represent that. But white, I look at it, I consider it as peace, gratitude. Like whenever there's a full moon, I light a white candle. I sit outside of my moon altar and I give thanks, I give gratitude, and just soak up the moon's energy and just light a white candle. That's what I use it for. But as we know, like red, for instance, as we know, red, you think of red, what do you think of love, you think of Valentine's, you think of, passion, whatever. So red is basically used for love and marriage and things like that, but it's also used for vitality, strength, and health. But red has a very strong sexual energy, a very good energy, and that's why red is associated with love, and I use that occasionally. I did a spell one time. I won't get into details, but I did a love spell, and I used a red candle and a pink candle, and it was fucking amazing watching these, what they were doing, because one was representing something, my intention, whatever, and the flame was just still, tall, and just perfect. And the pink candle was representing like happiness and romance and fun or whatever. And I swear to you, this flame, one was still, the pink flame was dancing around. I literally could see a woman in the flame dancing. It was amazing. I don't know. So anyways, so flame, we'll talk about flames in a minute later on, or the next video, whatever. Okay, now green. We know green. You think of green, what do you think of? You think of luck. You think of money, wealth, prosperity. That's usually green. Very strong qualities for that. But it also could be more earth-based and represent fertility in life as well. And then, now to me, orange and yellow kind of represent the same things more or less, like represent the sun, power, energy, courage, clarity, happiness, depression, things like that. You go outside in the sun, you get some vitamin D, you're like, like watch a lizard sit on a rock soaking up the sun. So yellow and orange are used for that. And now blue, like I said, when I see blue, I think of tranquility, and it's strength, healing, whatever, tranquility. That's blue. And then pink, as we said, as I talked about a minute ago, it's also for love, more of the passion side, the romance, things like that. And then purple, I've never used purple. I don't know, but I have them on hand if I ever need to. But I know I think I saw one hoodoo spell that purple candle is used for domination or attracting a sugar daddy, sugar mom. I think that's amazing. So, purple. And then black, like I said, obviously is used for hexing, banishing, protection, whatever. And then white, we talked about white, it's the absence of color. And then gray and gold, obviously two different colors, but are very masculine colors. Gray is good for wisdom, knowledge, that type of thing. And then gold, as we know, is kind of represents royalty. It's a very masculine color. So it's great for deity work, anything that if your spell requires some heavy male energy, gold is good. I like gold. It's one of my favorite colors. And then So those are the types of candles, the colors. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the correspondences and herbs and tools and whatever to use and how to dress a candle. We're talking about those because there's, once again, each one is made for a different thing. So that's coming up too. So watch for that. You guys, thanks for watching. Okay? Do no harm, take no shit. Love you. Bye.